The art of jiu-jitsu originated in Japan, and jiu-jitsu means the gentle art. It's called the gentle art because it doesn't use any real weapons, short weapons. And in jiu-jitsu, we use the opponent's force against them rather than confronting it face on. Robert Rusho says that the oldest style of jiu-jitsu, called the Nihon Koryo, began between the years of 1333 and 1573. During the Edo period is when the style of jiu-jitsu that is used today, called the Niho Jiu-Jitsu, started. Jiu-jitsu is used in what's called the UFC, or the Ultimate Fighting Championship. That's what a lot of those people use. And so from jiu-jitsu there comes 3 different kinds of martial arts. There's karate, judo, and aikido. Karate is the first form that is used. And in this picture, the bottom picture, that's the stance called Hidari Kamae. That's where all of your basic techniques are going to be thrown from, such as punches and kicks. And this is also where even you will end up getting into your judo and aikido. This is just your basic form where it's one of the first things you learn and you're going to use it all of the time. The second form of martial arts that is used is called judo. Judo is where you are going to be attacked by an attacker, usually using a punch or a kick. Sometimes you can be choked or pushed, or several different forms of attacks, to where you can throw your opponent. As these pictures show, they show 2 different types of throws here. You can also sweep your opponent to the ground. Say if I was going against somebody who was much bigger than I am, maybe like 250 or something, they'd be much harder for me to throw. So then I would have to use, obviously, a sweep to get them down onto the ground. And the third type of martial arts that jiu-jitsu uses is called aikido. Aikido is for joint manipulation, which is pretty much the bending or twisting of your wrists, fingers, elbows, knees, even your toes. That's all you can get a hold of. So joint manipulation can be used standing up or on the ground, as seen in this picture. I'm just on the ground. I'm not really doing anything there. But as standing up, usually if you get choked, that's when you're going to use joint manipulation over a throw. Unless you're getting choked from behind, then that's where most of the time you're going to throw your opponent. And then these are just some pictures of me. This top one is me fighting in a competition, and I'm punching a guy. And then there's a trophy that I won at one of my competitions of me breaking the board. But jiu-jitsu has been around since the 14th century, and it's evolved over the centuries to several different types, as you've seen: karate, judo, and aikido. It's used for competitive and recreational readings. Your competitive reasons would be such as the Ultimate Fighting Championship, which a lot of people watch on TV. And your recreational would be if you were ever attacked out on the street or something like that. If you were being robbed or whatever and you didn't have a gun or a weapon to defend yourself with. You also learn how to defend yourself against guns and knives in case somebody were to come into your home with that. It's the most popular form of martial arts, and it includes stand-ups and ground fighting, so that's why it's one of the most popular forms, whereas most of them only will include stand-up or ground. And ground is also where 90% of your fights are going to end up, so that's why jiu-jitsu is most helpful, because it teaches you where you start and where most of your fights are going to end, so you're always ready. Thank you.